Pull yourself together, boy, the war's not over just yet. It's as if you've turned your fingers to thumbs and now owe your whole hand a debt. You trade grenades for lemonade, then sip on the pin to a sweetened thirst. Yet those silver shards will take every chance to carve your heart into a hearse. And we grow darker by the days that spread war paint across my cheeks. But know that guns do not grow weary, son, for the targets that they seek. If you should be caught on a throne of thorns, make haste, for it is not the end. Take a steel faith belt and a wreath of stealth, because a worse one will come again. I've seen cities burn and skyscrapers bend to the will of a greater good. That seems to forget the feeble men who've held the ground on which they've stood. It's not about the stride or the speed you kill, but the size of what you've killed. First type the tenant to take the house, and entire towns can become fulfilled. So we speak as if our words are wool while we run amongst the wolves, then meet to feast on the same herd of sheep that raised us off the shelves. If we stared for an age upon death's face, would we eventually see those we love? Shouldn't it sharpen our knives with a slice of life to then fight for even those we judge? We wear medals like we have earned them, but forget what they made them for. A medallion's strength couldn't save a friend if there is no hero in us at all. We're like figurines where plasticine has wrapped us in a front row seat, and one by one the sky turns to blood running down our backs towards our feet, now forcing us to leave. Do not listen to the siren song when your horizons are a distant shore. Do not chase all that is gold and in your soul a statue form, for it will mesmerize your honest eyes to compromise with empty shells, a trigger-happy wanderer that ends up locked inside himself. If complacency is your legacy, we will all but be dog tags without a name, just stick men staring from a see-through lens. Then what is there left to gain? An illusionist of disillusionment in a prank shark tank of his own fear, to play the card of the king of hearts who reads shooting stars for a morning newspaper. I've been to where the anvils ignore the ovens while swords unsheath a sorry scene of when their masters finally lost the desire to unleash them and set them free. I felt the shame of those rusted blades and held the weight of their broken hilts, and realized we were born to break and meant to become stronger when we rebuilt. To us Rome didn't rise in a day, but in a day my God created light, and in the next all of mankind. Yet we use our throats like a lion's scope and roar beyond what we could reach to bite. With nothing left to say, our razor teeth go tame, content with four corners of a cage, and the sympathy of man-paid mercy between the gasps and reactive laughs to a dull and wasted rage. So young lad, let me tell you this, strap your helmet tight beneath your chin. For we will never see change if we remain the same, and if our lives aren't any different. If we reload our tongues with explosive love in the deepest trenches of our flesh, then 6 feet of dust could never silence us from the shots fired from out our chest. Now separate the friend from foe and the visible from the unseen, and trust the aim of the preordained saving nature of our weaponry. For though your brown suede boots may be filled with youth, we walk with angels in our shoes. Through traps of tin in bulletproof skin, we are the legions of the truth.